class. This week we will be reading a story called The Story of a Robot Inventor. While we read, we want to look for our OR spelling pattern, either spelled with O-R, O-R-E, or O-A-R. We also want to look for some of our sight words, like began, better, guess, learn, write, and sure. Let's go ahead and get into our story. The essential question is, what inventions do you know about? We're going to be reading about someone who invents robots, okay? Let's go ahead and read this story. The story of a robot inventor. You might notice that the word story has the OR sound spelled with an O-R, and so does the word inventor. Let's keep going. Big ideas. Meet Tomodachi Takahashi. He invents unusual robots. How did he get started? Mr. Takahashi was born in Japan in 1975. As a child, he played with blocks. He used his imagination to make all sorts of forms and shapes. Later, he read comic books about robots. One of the robots looked like a real child. Takahashi wanted to make robots just like it. Finding out about robots. In 1999, Takahashi began to study robots. He took classes to learn how they move. The robots bent their legs when they walked. It did not look right to Takahashi. People do not walk that way. So he noticed, friends, that the robots that he was seeing, their knees would bend a lot when they walked. But he knew that people didn't walk like that. Then Takahashi had an idea. He made a better robot. It did not bend its legs when it walked. It moved more like a person. Let's keep reading. Making better robots. In 2003, Takahashi started his own company. He made many robots. A short robot climbed up a cliff with a rope. A bigger robot lifted a car with its arms. Another robot rode a bike for 24 hours. Those are pretty cool things that his robots were able to do, huh? Takahashi began to put his robots in contests. He made 3 robots for a sports race in Hawaii in 2011. The first robot had to swim. The second robot had to ride a bike. The third robot had to run. The robots had to do these tasks for a week. For the race, there were many problems to solve. Takahashi made the swimming robot waterproof. He gave it arms like fins to help it swim faster. Another robot was able to ride a bike for 100 miles without braking. The third robot ran for 26 miles. What will Takahashi invent next? Will his robots fly and soar like Astro Boy? Will they be his finest? We can only guess. We must wait and see. Tomodachi Takahashi is sure of one thing. His robots will do more and more. So it has this question. It says, what kind of robot would you like to invent? So we heard about how Takahashi invented many different kinds of robots. He invented ones that could swim. He invented ones that could ride a bike. He invented some that could run. If you were able to invent a robot, what kind of robot would you want to invent? All right, thank you for reading with me.